It timed out. But what you were saying? You were saying that you felt like Kanye West didn't make a mistake.
No, I don't think it was a mistake because I think it was a good business.
Right. Do you really thought Designer was gonna have longevity? You kind of figured this motherfucker wasn't gonna last long.
No, I didn't think he was gonna have longevity. Just like I didn't think Block Boy JB was gonna have longevity. Just like I didn't think Rich Homie Quan, and Rich Homie Quan had a shot at it if he wouldn't have had them, them issues in Atlanta he was having with Young Thug and all them.
He had label issues.
A lot of people,
yeah, label issues.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of people have longevity because their music isn't set up for longevity. It's set up to be hot for the moment, but the second the sounds start to change a bit, they kind of fall off because the sound.
I remember at one point, Rich Homie Quan was hotter than Thug.
Yeah, no, he was. He had like a good 2-year run back in like 2015, 2016, where he was a lot hotter than Thug. But I think there's artists that like Kanye doesn't fit into a sound. He's his own sound. J. Cole doesn't fit into a sound. He's his own sound. Kendrick doesn't fit into a sound. He's his own sound.
Do you feel like everything J. Cole said in 1985 is true?
Yeah. It's because you got people that instead of developing their own sound, they just go and fit into a sound that's already popping. And that's not going to last because usually a sound only lasts for like 3 years.
But the average rapper only lasts 2 years. They used to last 5. You get a 5 window as a rapper. And any other artist you get 10. But now you get about good 2 to 5 years between the max.
That's what I'm saying. Is because a lot of these people aren't like, that's the thing with like somebody like Ice Spice. She's not a good rapper.
Not far.
But they have to keep her relevant. Because if they literally stop keeping her relevant, she'll fall off tomorrow.
Do you feel like they're forcing people to like her?
Yeah, that's how they.
But what about Cola Ray? Cola Ray got a song called "Players," a hit with that. Do you feel like they're forcing her because she ain't talented? She sounds like the female version of Dej. She sounds like Dej Loaf. She stole Dej Loaf flow and shit, bro.
I mean, that's kind of the concept with a lot of them. But the thing is I'm not mad because it's a lot of guy artists that's in the same position where they're not good. They just kind of got pushed on us. And they just kept throwing them in front of you, making you listen to them. And I think that's all it is they just make you listen to people. Whoever the person that got signed to this big deal, the label trying to make their money back, so they're going to keep putting them in front of you until you go stream their music and buy a ticket.
Right. I agree. Now, J.I.D. or Vince Staples?
That's a hard one because I think J.I.D. is a better rapper, but I think Vince Staples is a better songwriter.
I hate Vince Staples' music. I hate his music, bro.
That's crazy. I like Vince. I go listen to like a Vince album. I'll just go throw it on and listen to it sometimes. Like Ramona Park.
What do you get out of it though? What do y'all get out of this Vince Staples guy? What?
I just think he cool. Like I like the style. It's nothing really. He not conscious or nothing. He just be rapping. But I think it's the fact that he being real in terms of he just telling you who he is.
Vince Staples is funny at roasting people, but Vince Staples can't rap, bro. I don't understand.
Hey man,
him and Lil B is in the same ballpark.
Nah. I would not put Lil B in the same conversation.
Lil B, I'm still trying to figure out how the fuck the Bass God actually had a fan base.
I was about to say the Bass God is not on the level with Vince.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying, of course, I think Vince Staples make better music than me, but I'm saying is Vince Staples doesn't. I don't hear anything unique. I'm not a big fan of J.I.D. music at all. He just rap fast.
Yeah,
but he got a couple joints that I play. I don't go to him on Spotify like, ooh, I want to listen to J.I.D. He got a couple joints that's cool, but I kind of see like, okay, I see why Cole signed him. Like he can flow, he can put syllables fast, and
yeah.
But Vince Staples, I'm like, what do they see in him?
Vince just Vince, man. It ain't really what you see in Vince is what Vince showed you. I think that's kind of the best way to put it in a situation like that. Like, Vince not trying to prove to you that he the best to ever do it. Vince just out here hustling because he didn't want to be in the streets no more.
But Vince really in the streets like that, like serving?
No, he was in the streets like that.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't even know.
He actually like he was actually like grew up a Crip. Like he was really on that, and like well, at least that's what he's saying in his music. Like he be telling you the stories and stuff sometimes. So I believe it.
Kendrick Lamar feature in it?
I don't think he got a Kendrick feature.
I thought Kendrick.
He just had a Lil Baby feature on his last.
Holy shit! God damn, he cut the check.
Yeah.
Who you think better, Lil Baby or Lil Wayne?
If I'm being honest, I gotta say, I gotta go with Wayne.
You had to hesitate there. Why was a lot of hesitation in your tone? Why was you hesitant? Why were you so reluctant to say that?
I think Lil Baby came up in a bad era in terms of like nobody in this era is making Lil Baby a better rapper. He don't really have to like he at the top of the game, I feel like right now.
Moneybagg Yo? I think Moneybagg Yo is just as good as Lil Baby. I think he's better, me personally.
I feel you, but I think Lil Baby is in a position where he like when he hopped on that Cold track,
he rapped his ass off on
that. He rapped, and that showed me that if he constantly had to keep improving, I think he would actually, improve. But I think that that's the difference. I think that's the only difference is that he's not in the music era where he got to be better.
What about that?
Nobody's making him be better.
Right. Don't you feel like every song he do with Drake, he bodies Drake?
I think you can expect that though, just because Drake not really coming to. I don't think Drake be trying to body people.
Do you think Lil Baby better than Drake overall?
Nah.
What about right now though? Who you taking, Drake or Lil Baby?
I'll take Drake.
Bro, I don't care what you say. I want it and I need it. Lil Baby murdered that shit, bro. Like he got the best quotables in that song. Like,
I mean, that's the thing is, it's not that Lil Baby don't beat him on every track. He does, but overall, Drake is still just a more well-rounded artist. Right. Drake been doing it longer.
Well, I just feel like Drake just got a better. He got the Midas touch though, like he said.
Yeah, that's all it is to it. He been doing this too long. He got the system.
Travis Scott or Playboy Cardi, who you rocking with? Man,
Travis Scott.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Travis Scott too. I'm not a Playboy Cardi fan.
Yeah,
I like some of his earlier work though. That was cool, but I'm just not. I wouldn't say I'm a fan of him, but yeah. I'm gonna go with Travis though. But yeah. This is the last one, right? Now there was an actor named Matthew Lawrence, and he said that he was promised a role for a Marvel movie, and the director asked him to strip naked and take pictures of him, and he said hell no, he left. He left the guy nameless or whatever. What's your thoughts on people trying to make it to another level and sell their soul, though? Like, what's your thoughts on that shit? Because what if a label exec came to you and he say, pull up at my hotel, at my room at 1:00, and I want to see you do this, and then take pictures of you, like, so you can get this Jay-Z feature or you can get this movie role. Like, what's your thoughts on shit like that?
I'm not doing that. Why would I do that? It's because the thing, like I said before, if you remember what I said earlier, to live comfortably and feel like I'm making enough money to take care of me and potentially, a kid or wife in the future, I really only need $60K a year.
Basically.
I know that because I'm cool enough financially to where I know that I can get some land, get a house, and it would just take me a few years of hard work. And I don't mind working for anything. If I want something, I'm cool to work for it. I'm not about to put myself in a compromising position just to get somewhere faster. And the thing is it might not even last that long. Because who's to know that Designer didn't do something like that? And he only had 2 years of being well known and then fell off.
What about the girl from Rockefeller, Emil? Or who else fell off? Tierra Marie from Rockefeller.
A lot of people. You never know. And so to me is I'm not about to put myself in a position like that for a chance. And even if it was a guarantee, I still don't want that to be how I made it or my claim to take it off.
Right.
So, you know, I'm cool. I'm cool.
I mean, the great quotes of Dolph, he said, niggas signed his life away for Jordans and a car. Like, you got artists doing that shit for a bunch of Jordans and a fucking vet.
It ain't worth it.
I mean, what he said in that song, 100 Shot, how many dicks you suck to get that couple million?
Yeah, it ain't worth it, man.
So, it's definitely not. And J. Cole also got a quote. He said, blacks always broke because we don't know money. Spend it before we get it. Now, how you felt about that verse, right? That part right there?
It's true. Money not difficult to understand. It's just that the system is not just blacks either. It's everybody that's poor. The system makes the poor people emotional about money because they tie your survival to it. So if you think that you need money to survive, which to an extent you need money to survive, you got to pay bills, you got to buy food. But if you think you need money to survive, you'll never do something that'll put you in a position to not need it. And so that's the thing that I peeped again, like I said, which is why I'm willing to risk a lot of money on stuff, is because I know that no matter what, I'm going to have to work in life. So if I take a chance now and I work for me and build my brand and create things, then it'll either make it easier later or it'll be the same that it was before. So either I'm going to have to work a normal job now, or I can try this, and if it doesn't work a normal job later. Right. But if this does work, I don't have to do that now. I think that's just all it is when you understand like the possibilities in the world. You know, sometimes you gotta figure out how this money thing works.
Cause money don't buy happiness. I don't believe it do. What you think?
No, it don't. Money don't buy happiness.
It may buy you some things that make you happy, but it give you temporary satisfaction. Yeah. Man, I was about to say, man, we could go on for hours about that, but if you right now had a chance to sign to any artist or whatever, because I was looking at this special though right here, like Chloe and Haley twins, Beyonce signed to them and they ain't hitting on shit. Do you feel like it's best to sign to a rapper who's an artist, like a Drake or J. Cole or Jay-Z, like who's still active? Like if Jay-Z or say if J. Cole Dreamville, they flew you out to the headquarters in fucking Fayetteville. You know, we got this label, do this deal, X, Y, and Z. I give you a feature. Would you do it? Do you think that's beneficial to sign to an artist who's still as big as Drake or J. Cole or somebody?
Yeah, because I think everything goes down to how hard you gonna work for it. I think what happens to a lot of people is they don't put work in. They don't work hard enough after a while. If you give me a Cole cosign and Cole hop on one of my tracks and tell me that I'm signed to Dreamville, okay, bet. I'm gonna make sure that my deal is in a position where I still have creative control to go work and do everything myself. And then I'm gonna go work and do everything myself because now I have a Cole cosign. You know what I can do? Being signed to Dreamville with Cole as a cosign, I can pull up to a club in a state and say, "Hey, I'm signed to Dreamville. I want to put a show on here." And they're going to be more likely to help me do that than they would if I wasn't.
Would you do, if you were signed to Cole, would you try to get out of the club and do more stadiums and arenas and shit?
Nah, because I'm not big enough yet. I got to hustle first. I got to build that fan base up. I got to be out here pulling up at malls doing shows. Like this the thing, bro. I really haven't even gotten started.
What about I miss the days where people could like pull up the high schools and perform and shit like that in lunchtime. Like,
oh no, I plan on doing a lot of that.
Right, and I feel like more artists need to do that. They got to get out there and put in the work. Like they got to pull up the middle schools and high schools with what they call it, pep rallies and shit, and homecomings and perform halftime there or something. Get your name out.
That's how, bro. That's how it's about to be. Like, that's what I was about to say. I haven't even started yet. Everything I'm doing right now is I'm basically McDonald's when they was making the Big Mac. And
shit! Oh my God!
I'm making the Big Mac. Right now. I ain't even put the commercial together. You don't even
putting in the ingredients for that bitch.
I'm putting all the ingredients together. So when it's time, I just gotta sell it.
Right. So for everybody who's listening right now, we on Hall of Fame. We're not playing on Rookie in 2K no more. We on Hall of Fame with this shit. We we not running 1 mile. We going 10 miles steady, y'all. Like we on all Madden of this shit no more. We on playing on all Madden right now.
The work can put in right now.
Most deaf though, man. So okay, you would take the code. I mean, that's cool right there. But if you really look at Dreamville, who was really popular from Dreamville?
They're not working over there. JID the only one popping. I think Boz is a really good well-rounded.
What about Ari? Ari making pretty decent.
Yeah, but the thing is, it all goes down to, so the music industry is very saturated. It's a lot of people doing everything. It's a lot of rappers.
There's a million songs being released a day almost.
It's a lot of producers. It's a whole lot. So the thing is you got to be willing to do a whole lot to get attention. And the thing is with the more creative people, the people that are actually good at the music thing, they're actually good at the music thing. So they don't really know how to put everything else together, the content, the viral stuff that'll make them blow up. But the people that know how to do that stuff, even though they're not as good music-wise, they know how to blow up and get in front of people.
Do you think going to like platforms like the Breakfast Club, Vlad, or $1 Million Worth of Game really matter anymore? Because back in the day, it mattered getting on platforms like that. Do you feel like with these YouTubers blowing up and people names are big for themselves, like, do you feel like it really matters doing interviews anymore?
Yeah, I think it matters because I think if you're gonna build a fan base, it matters.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a difference between being popular and building a fan base.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what it comes down to is like, if I'm gonna build a fan base, it helps me to go on Sway in the Morning because it's gonna be about 1 million people that still listen to Sway that's actually looking for really good rappers, and I know I'm really good. So when they hear me on Sway, they gonna go check my stuff out. If I go on $1 Million Worth of Game and I'm sitting there talking to them, we chopping it up about some business or some music or what's popping in the culture right now, people gonna like my point of view on stuff.
Right.
Cause I'm not, I got a unique point of view. I'm not stupid. I can keep conversation going, so I know that it'll be easy for them to kind of be, they'll be cool with me. They'll want to know what else I got going on. So I think it work if you building a fan base. But if you're just trying to be popular, you don't really need it. You
got artists like Sweetie, for example, got over 6 to 8 million followers on Instagram, and so 10,000 first week. So
yeah,
you're popular, or you really got you got people watching your ass? Well, they really want to watch your music. Like, there's a big difference.
That's what I'm saying.
Right now, like
that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I'm saying, like, if you building a fan base, you can go build a fan base. You got to put in work to build a fan base. People will follow you for free, but are they a fan of yours? Do they actually like?
That's not even a fourth or a fifth of the people who stream her music. 10,000. You got 7 million people on Instagram. I would delete my shit. Fuck that.
It's not worth it, yo.
I mean, it looked like the whole time, like, even though she got a lot of monthly listeners, people just don't really care about her new music sound like.
I mean, it ain't even that she got a bunch of monthly listeners. Because what I peep, man, a lot of the monthly listeners that a lot of these big artists have aren't really real. It's to make it look like they're bigger than they are. So they put them in all these playlists with all these other big artists, just so that people are kind of streaming the same music over and over again. It's not really like a fan base type thing until you get to people like you get to the people that are actually selling out stadiums.
Basically, bro, I remember J. Cole tweeted that it's all about who. there anybody can fake bots now with the AI and the metaverse, bro. They can fake streams, but you can't fake asses and seats, bro.
Yeah,
you can't fake. You can't fake people at them shows.
The truth is the truth, and that's why, like I said, I'm putting the product together so that I can go out here and get that done. The work got to get done.
Facts. What's something you want to ask God to forgive you for that you never told him?
Ask God to forgive me for. I would ask God to forgive me for doubting myself. I spent a good bit of my life doubting who I was, doubting, not really knowing who I was, questioning myself, my identity, my abilities, you know, and as I've grown more, I realized that I made a lot of my mistakes in life because I didn't know what to do or how to do it or what I needed to do. And I every time I think about the mistakes I've made, it kind of you know make me a little mad sometimes because I wish I would have come to that realization sooner. But I'm happy that I did come to it at some point, because now, like you said, if I could just ask God to forgive me, it would be for that, like, you know, for doubting myself.
Facts. I probably say me not just having low self-esteem and probably not just got them second guessing myself. Like, man, just go for it. You got the idea. Not needing people's approval. Like, I was listening to my pastor talk about that the day earlier. Like, start waiting on family approval, your friends' approval. If you got it in your heart to do something, motherfucker, go for it. If you win, lose, or draw, hey man, you gotta make your decision and live with it. I think that's the part of life right there.
Yeah, that's how I go.
For sure, man. Hey man, thanks for having you, man. Appreciate you, big dog.
For sure, bro. You know how it is.
Thanks, man. There's much love, man. Anything new about to happen, pop off?
Nah, man. We just chilling right now, working, getting some money together. I got a track getting mixed right now. Once I get this track mixed, I got to get a video done, and then I'm going to start organizing this album rollout. That's about it.
Facts. Hey, man, appreciate you, man. Much love to you. Until we meet again.
Be straight, G.